Here you go.
No, you don't. You don't want it, boy. Let's be honest, boy. 넌 상대를 잘 못 정했어, boy. No, you don't. 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 Love is like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a...
This is an aerial view of our location today. Sacramento, the capital of California. And before... Thank you, David. Hey, this is an interesting point in the season, Brent. You're in the middle of an 82-game schedule. Easy to lose focus.
Ready?
So that being said, how do coaches keep their guys mentally sharp, mentally prepared for each and every night?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Were you asking me something?
I was, Brent, and I'm not going to ask it again.
Oh, I
so
get
hopefully
it.
you
It's
heard some.
I'm kidding. That's one of the things, Kevin, I would say. Be creative with your practice scheduling. Maybe a couple more days off. You know, do something that's outside the norm so guys don't feel like it's the broken record portion of the season. I think some of the best coaches in our league keep it creative and light at this point in the year.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got McDermott. Pau Gasol is out there with Noah. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Ntilikina in the point guard. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Noah the screen. Olajuwon over with the double team. Passes to McDermott. Here's Gasol. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, something Pau has had most of his career is that mid-range shot when he's got enough space. Shoots it with rhythm and confidence, and you got to respect his ability to score the ball from there.
It's stolen by McGrady. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Fox. Ntilikina gets the bucket. And Sacramento has possession. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Kept alive. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends.
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
Fox dishes to Olajuwon. Makes it off the glass. Olajuwon's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
McGrady passes to McDermott. Back to McGrady. Here's Ntilikina. And the 3 off target.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
2 points. That one goes.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Outside for Gasol. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Kings have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Olajuwon. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Take a look at the Knicks over the last few seasons, Kevin, and they just haven't gotten anything going. Last year, they thought they were in a good spot with the additions of Rose and Noah, but the team just couldn't string anything together, had a myriad of problems, both on and off the floor.
Brent, for the Knicks, they go after big names to try and get a super team together. But unfortunately, they've been getting players on the downside of their career.
Yeah, I think that's the head-scratching part of all this, Kevin, is that this is New York City, often referred to as the Mecca of basketball, yet free agents have avoided New York. They have not wanted to come and take on the pressure of helping to rebuild the franchise. And many of these issues stem from a disconnect between management and what's going on the floor.
Gasol, a screen on Fox. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
New York shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And McGrady drops them both. And Brent, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
McDermott for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 6 points for Doug McDermott.
Pretty thing right there. McDermott shooting the basketball from the perimeter, and when he's beyond the arc, he is looking to do that.
And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
McGrady kicks it to Noah. McGrady against Olynyk. The shot by McGrady, no good.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there, but he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Fox, no good. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Ntilikina. Rebound by Olynyk. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. The shot that time, not on target. So New York will take it the other way. Last time they met in New York.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Well, they built up the big lead and then let the second unit get out there and do their work. And you're right, the guys coming in off the bench were spectacular. They put up a ton of points.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Knicks.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Hill dishes to Labissiere. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Labissiere's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to McGrady, and the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. So New York ends up going with the new group. Rivers kicks to Leonard. Some nice passing by New York here. Nailed from three-point land.
And don't look now. If there's anything Leonard could improve upon, it's getting his teammates more involved. Exhibit A, that assist.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
That's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Knicks trail by 4. Cantor with a screen on Hill. Rivers kicks to Cantor. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here's Labissiere. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Can't let Labissiere get that close to the bucket. Just using that massive 6'11" frame to get a quality attempt.
Cauley Stein against Leonard. Back to Rivers. Three-pointer. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Shot from the inbound.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Hill against Rivers. Hill passes to Cauley Stein. And that one is good. Cauley Stein's got his second basket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And there's the pass to Temple. And here is Labissiere. He has 5. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And how about the vision from Labissiere? Easily spotting his teammate in a great spot.
It's stolen by Carter. Hill with it. Picked up by Rivers. Here's Temple. The offensive rebound. Labissiere dishes to Hill. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot clock at 6. Labissiere, the screen. Hill kicks to Labissiere. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's the Sacramento Kings in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And the Gasol brothers, Powell, talked about the joy.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to...
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother. And that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Austin Rivers. He's out there with Josh Richardson. Enes Kanter is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bertans in at the power forward. The 9-foot shot. That shot off. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's Noah. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. Noah's got his first points of the game. Now here is Hill. He's tightly guarded. They get it again. Kicks to Cauley Stein. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Cauley Stein. Here's Temple. Sacramento again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to drop a play to get you 1 bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
I could get James Harden to the line. And then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Outside Hill. Coley Stein, a screen. Goes up off the pick.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Down low. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Gasol.
Gasol doing a great job, Kevin, working down low in the phone booth and just finding enough room to get that one to go.
Here's Coley Stein. Hill has the open look. Sinks the triple. Hill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
And that one's good by Noah.
Well, do I have to say Noah's arc is looking good?
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Labissiere, the pass to Temple. Coley Stein dishes to Labissiere. Here's Temple, and another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Ntilikina. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
The kick out to Hill. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Temple the pass to Coley Stein. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
And here's a look at some stats for Temple. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 9 points a night. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Outside Gasol. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Labissiere. 5 on the clock. McGrady kicks to Gasol. Shot off the pick. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Hill dishes to Coley Stein. Carter, the pass to Hill. The steal. Timeout. So New York calls timeout. They're first. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher there. That was a case where every single thing that could have gone wrong for them, it showed up.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
He's proven that he can get on some stretch runs, putting together multiple games of firing it from behind the arc, sinking that shot there from the parking lot.
Johnson in the corner. Here's Olynyk. Another shot, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. New York with the foul. The Kings shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make. Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Johnson and the slam dunk by Johnson.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined, but what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And Olajuwon drops them both. Knicks trail by 12. Rivers kicks to Leonard, puts up a three, and again, New York with the triple.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Johnson outside. Wants to get it to Olajuwon, and does. And there's the feed to Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Kawhi Leonard reminds you of the way that people talked about defensive backs that can lock down great receivers in football. So suffocating, takes elite scorers completely out of positions on the floor where they like to be effective.
Rivers dishes to Leonard. Back to Rivers. Fires the three. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
And they continue to control the glass.
Swiped it away. Richardson kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And with Kawhi defending you, Brent, I've heard you call it being marooned on the island of Kauai. What do you say, the Kauaian Islands?
That's right, Kevin. Stranded, if you were. I mean, it's so hard to do anything against Kawhi Leonard. Even simple things like making post-entry passes. It just feels like there's more than one of him on the floor.
The three from Bertans. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the inside. Here's Olynyk. And Cantor pulls it down.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Some nice passing by New York here. A three from Leonard. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Olajuwon with the basket on the assist by Fox. Olajuwon's got 24 points.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning. He sunk that 3 in the first. It's yet to make another one.
Johnson kicks to Olajuwon. Kicks it out to Johnson. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Start it. Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half. Olajuwon with a screen on Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. Olajuwon the pass to Fox. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size. And still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
So he gets them both. Richardson against Fox. Rivers kicks to Richardson. And here's Leonard from 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 13 points in just this quarter.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi.
Got the shot! He
Just
got it!
no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
Yeah.
Those stick with.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They lead by 10. Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of.
And now, folks.
And now the third quarter about to get going. And so here is New York, trailing by 10. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. Fox is out there with Heel. Then it's Olynyk. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Olajuwon in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Richardson, no luck.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin. Positionless.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the Celtics. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course, the Knicks just way behind.
Well, I think for New York, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
Pass to Leonard. Cantor sets the pick for Leonard. To the paint. Shot off the screen. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Feeds it to Olynyk. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now, here's Fox. He's covered closely from the arc. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Kings.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
Olajuwon dishes to Olynyk. Back to Olajuwon. Clock at 6. That one drops for him. Olajuwon's got 33 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Fox with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Fox has got 6.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
Picked by Olajuwon. Johnson kicks to Olajuwon. Sacramento moving it around. And that one, good. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Looking to end the run, and that one's good.
Timeout. I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
Timeout called by the Kings. And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Knicks. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Olajuwon. Lays it up off the glass. Olajuwon's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Oh, nice shot by McDermott.
McDermott with a great foundation. Catch, shoot, fire.
Sacramento leading by 17. Fox kicks to Hield. He feeds it to Fox. The dish to Olajuwon. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Offensive rebound. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Fox with it. He's got 6. Johnson right side. Goes back up.
And a good example of why Leonard perpetually makes the all-defensive team. You are caught on the Hawaiian Islands.
Back to McDermott. Johnson with the block. Now, here's Fox. He's guarded close. Here's Olajuwon. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Olajuwon's got 13 points in just this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Leonard kicks to McDermott. And the 3 off target. Sacramento leading by 19. To the left side wing. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And how about we check out the group of rookies with the best percentages from the charity stripe this season. 5th, De'Aaron Fox.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
New York, no good that time either.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
He dishes it to Hield. He kicks to Olajuwon. And Fox has it in the corner. Off target from outside.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Kawhi Leonard, just the second perimeter player in league history to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards.
And he joined, of course, the great Milwaukee Buck, Sidney Moncrief, in doing that. And it's an award that we know usually goes to a big man who's down there protecting the rim and shoring up any defense. Kawhi Leonard does it everywhere on the floor, and it's amazing to watch opposing offenses try to strategize against where it is Kawhi Leonard might be defensively.
It's stolen by Hill. Temple the pass to Cauley-Stein. Carter outside. This year dishes to Cauley-Stein. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Cantor, he checked in for the Knicks. Bertans comes in for Joakim Noah. McGrady kicks to Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. Just 4 to shoot. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And how about the body control from Ntilikina there? Finds ways to finish through the contact. Really terrific at using his size to his advantage.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and
A lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
One shot.
That'll put Willie Cauley-Stein on the line. That's on Enes Kanter. For Sacramento, they have made a mistake at the line yet, 10 of 10.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
Dishes it to McDermott. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Hill. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Enes Kanter. Tracy McGrady is out there with Ntilikina. Then it's McDermott, and it's Bertans in at the 4 spot. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession. Guys, he can get this shot anytime he wants.
Now, you bet. With his height, not many defenders are going to challenge that mid-range jump shot.
Cauley-Stein with the screen for Hill. The pass to Labissiere. Here's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Kings lead by 21.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
It's stolen by Carter. Here's Temple. McGrady covering. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Now here is Hill. Defense is right there. Stolen by Kanter. Stolen by Kanter. Pushing it up. Here's McGrady. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Right now, Brent, so much ball movement is perimeter based, but as defenses have adjusted, do you think we'll see more offense run through the post again like we did before?
I think what we're seeing, Kevin, is that post-up play is being redefined by more guards, more guys who draw attention down there on the block. And that's the way these shifts are happening. The offense right now in today's NBA is so far ahead of what defensive concepts have taught you for years that the post-up game, it'll be a few years before we get back to dynamic post-play.
I find that comment you just made fascinating, that it's that much advanced over the defense.
Yeah, because think about it, Kevin. For years and years, you've had coaching staffs and film guys talking to you about the basic qualities of a defense, and that is rim runs for the big, getting back into the paint, and building your defense out. You do that today, you're at a disadvantage on most every possession.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Saul comes in for Kanter, and it's Noah in for Bertans. Cauley-Stein a screen. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Kings. Knicks trail by 19. Kicks to McDermott. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Hill. Back to McDermott. The feed to McGrady. Here's Gasol. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. During the pre-draft process, Brent, we're seeing more and more players refuse to work out for certain teams and for a variety of reasons. How would you feel about drafting a player who declined to work out for it?
I think I feel much better, Kevin, if I had a tremendous track record and confidence in the scouts that I have deployed throughout the season who've gone out and seen these players, not just once or twice, but 10 or 12 times over, where we could still make the assumption about what this player can do for our organization without having some personal time or the individualized workout. So it's up to your staff to do their diligence.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Knicks trail by 17. Pass to Rivers. Fires the three. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. McGrady's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You have to give a lot of credit to Austin Rivers for how he has improved since his rookie season.
And one big reason for Rivers earning his spot is his improved efficiency. Had trouble shooting from the mid-range and out early on and worked on that part of his game, which opened up everything else for his skill.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Sacramento making some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Labissiere. And it's Buddy Hield in for Carter. And a switcher also for New York. Richardson's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Feeds to McGrady. A 3-ball. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kings moving the ball around. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Knicks trail by 16. Outside Leonard. Richardson for 3. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. Over Hill. And it's Leonard missing.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Now the dish to Olynyk. Hill kicks to Olajuwon. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Right wing. Olynyk has the open look. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Left side, Leonard. McGrady kicks to Richardson. Here's Gasol. That one off the back iron and out. Kings leading now by 19 points. Out to the right wing. Outside Hill. In the corner, it's Hield. Leonard with the steal. Rivers kicks to Leonard. Pass to McGrady. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Olynyk.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Dishes it to Temple. In the corner, it's Hield. Hill against Rivers. On the wing, Hield. Here's Olajuwon. The kick out to Hill. Passes it to Temple. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Good on the triple. And the Kings lead by 19.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
McGrady kicks to Leonard. It's stolen by Hield. He feeds it to Temple. He dishes it to Olajuwon. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
Rivers kicks to Richardson. Second chance shot. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Kings.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a three-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Buries the long-range jumper.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see, fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Johnson in the corner. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Leonard, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. The Knicks making a switch here. Gomez is checked in. Good on the second free throw. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Fox with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hield kicks to Olajuwon. McGrady with the ball. Now guarded by Fox.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Free throw good, McGrady. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, this one is winding down now. Sacramento can run out the clock. And Olynyk kicks to Olajuwon. Over Gomez. Gasol with the rebound. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.